back to hopefully the final episode of Cuboid Outpost Luxury Edition. Uh, First of all, we failed to actually complete all the quests last time because we failed to train the squad. There goes all of the quests. Second of all, I have now gotten all the stuff for the creative vending upgrade, but first let me show you how I did that. So I moved the Wither Builder back here. It has to go in the ceiling now, and I'll show you why in a second. And this redstone link is just connected to the detector over there that says turn the redstone on if we have less than 248 wither star blocks. And then the exporter is just on redstone mode with wither skeleton and soul sand. The reason it has to be in the floor is because it has a vector plate on top of it to push the withers away once they're built, so that more can be built in a faster amount of time. The plate has to be pointed in the direction perpendicular to the way the wither is built, like this, because if it tried to push in the direction of one of the arms of the wither, then the wither gets stuck on the new built wither. And this slab is to cover up the light coming from the singularity. So the other thing that happened was I ran out of wither skulls. So I ended up making the creative fluid tank, which isn't that expensive. And I do think you'll want to make it before you do much else. So that did mean I had to make an additional ultimate singularity. You actually might want two of these, and I'll show you why in a sec. But it was well worth it to get infinite essence, because I can now power a mob duplicator as much as I want with it, as well as make infinite bottles of enchanting with this dissolution chamber, power this enchantment factory, and I also have this enchantment applicator here, which is a bit buggy. It is actually filled with essence, but it's like slightly over the amount or something, so it doesn't actually appear. Either way, it can use what's in the tank above it, so it works fine. I also set up this enchantment extractor here as the first destination for items, thanks to this push here. And that means any enchanted item will get put into here. The enchanted books will be extracted from this side into the refined storage system, and the output items get pushed to this trash can below. Anything else will continue to the drawers, where they'll get pulled out by here if they have a valid destination in one of these trash cans. And yeah, that's about it. Here I've collected some cardboard boxes from my journey in the overworld, and here are some enchanted golden leggings and netherite pickaxes with no apparent actual enchantment on them. That could cause problems if we actually tried to use them in machinery. Much like happened in Divine Journey 2. I replaced the bedroom door with this ethereal glass, which means only players can travel to it. And also this one. I've been experimenting with 4L tombstone, which I'll show you in a bit. After I fixed the wither skeleton problem, we ran out of soul sand. So this is the new soul sand production. As you can see, I also used a creative fluid tank on there. I wasn't actually able to find a way to clear a creative fluid tank, so I just made another one. But yeah, we now have 3 barrels making witch water going into the Supreme Black Hole tank. and then this fluid pipe puts it into this barrel with the same sand on detector thing. Importantly, these fluid pipes have ultimate pipe upgrades on the extracting ends, so it's basically instantaneous. Set, I can't believe it's not bacon is in the storage system. Look, he's green. I found him in my travels in the overworld. I don't know if he has any special traits in it. But anyways, so yeah, that solved the cellophane problem, which allowed us to get mass amounts of wither skulls, which you need for the crystal team ingots to make ultimate ingots. Also, item pipes turned out to be better for this, also with ultimate pipe upgrades. So to make any of these cuboid singularities, you just craft her into a drawer. The drawer item pipes into the quantum collapser, and then it gets sucked back into the system. He's right. Here. And here's his Pokeball. So yeah, that allowed me to get 8 entire creative storage upgrades. And now we can craft the creative vending upgrade. Making sure that we have a locked drawer of all the ingredients, or at least the expensive ones. We have creative upgrades here, and also ultimate singularities, and we have the ultimate ingot drawer right here. So, put these into the ultimate crafting table, and we have a creative vending upgrade. And the first thing we want to do with that is hopper it into a drawer, and then lock the drawer, and then remove it, and apply it to the drawer. And now we have infinite creative vending upgrades. And I'm going to apply them to there, there, and there. And now we should be able to craft on demand basically anything. Oh, and also applying them to the meat drawers that Set had before. I mean, that Set requested I build. Mutton, or rabbit is not included among them because we have a basically free source from when I put the, mob imprisonment tool with the rabbit in it into that spawner. So we basically have a full drawer of rabbit products. Anyways, the next thing I want to do is find out what the tablet of cupidity does. Because I've been exploring 4Rail tombstones a bit. First of all, you want to bind the config to the keybind by searching 4Rail and then checking category. I put it on 2 on my numpad. And then you want to go to config and change this grave and then hit save, and then it'll give you a free one of these that you can use to craft one of these decorative graves. And then at night they have a chance to spawn a grave on a soul on them, which looks like a purple light, and you can do various things with that. Also, you can pray with the Ankh of Prey, which you can craft semi-frequently to get experience. And you can also use it to respec your points here by left clicking on a soul when one is there. But anyways, I have several of these enchanted tablets of cupidity now, and I want to find out what they do. Oh. Okay. So apparently they teleport you to the nearest or to a random mob spawner. That's interesting. So those mob spawners in there are the ones that I placed via cardboard box. But they'll be, I mean, they would be much more useful in the overworld, obviously. Other items in Corel include the Lost Tablet, which you can get by using the Fishing Rod of Misadventure, which you can enchant by right-clicking on one of these decorative graves when it has a soul there. I'll show you the soul of one spawns during this episode, which increases its stats to Fishing Bad Luck 5 and Lure 2. Then you want to fish in open water, which is most easily accomplished in the ocean in the overworld. Or in the overworld, because it's actually not the overworld. I think this icon that appears above the bobber shows you whether it's open water or not. When it's green, that means it's open water, but when it's pink, it's not. And you can only catch the Lost Tablet and other Corel items when it's in open water. Oh, so I got a familiar receptacle containing a zombie horse. Interesting. So as it says there, I could hold that in my offhand and pray using the Ankh at a decorative grave when it has a soul in it to revive the soul within of the zombie horse. Oops. Unfortunately, that indicator of open water above the bobber does trip me up sometimes still. Okay, I got a reward box. Did I not have an ancient fishing rod misadventure before? Oh, it's an ancient fishing rod of misadventure. Nice. The grave magic makes this fishing rod faster and still unbreakable. Lure 5. Oh my god, that's nice. We also have an ancient tablet of recall. So this should go a lot faster to get to get the lost tablet to show you guys. And the bad luck on this means it only gives junk items. Hello, Dominic, or Doomer Chaos, sorry. I don't know why I said Dominic at first. On Twitch. Thank you for the follow. I will check you out after stream. So junk items is the random items that you can get other than fish. And you'll get a lot of them with this rod. Yeah, this is also a private server. Although it's only for me and my co-op friend. I believe the fact that it's raining is also making this fishing a lot faster. You can't actually enchant these, by the way, because they can't actually take durability damage, so even that unbreaking won't apply to them. So you can't raise the lure level on these. Which obviously I don't need to on the lure 5, but I would have liked to on the lure 2. Anyways, I already have a lost tablet from when I did this before. It leads to a beach. I enchanted it at a gravestone when it had a soul there. And basically when you right click, it'll teleport you to the location depicted on the card, which I put a waypoint at. It is right here for some reason. There's not much of anything interesting here other than this dungeon here, which I grabbed the chest from using carry on and put it on this beach here. There wasn't much interesting in it other than a map which led stupidly far away. So far away that I had to teleport because it, as you can see in the upper right here, it's at 14,000, negative 30,000. I was never going to reach that. So I just ended up teleporting here. And of course it had the chest here with the heart of the sea. And I moved that chest to this waystone using Paragon. In case Set wants to loot it. But anyways, back to our outpost. So now that we have those creative vending upgrades, we could... Oh! Okay, so that lightning means that something happened at the decorative grave, and there is the soul I was talking about. So I guess I'm going to revive this thing? Oh no, wait, my prey cooldown is down. Actually, Set, can you come here? I think he should be able to do it as well. Did I ever tell Set I was live? Okay, so take this receptacle, hold it in your offhand, and then hold that onk and hold right click on it. No, only you can do this, because my onk cooldown is way too high. Hold the receptacle in your offhand, hold the onk in your main hand. The offhand is this shield thing here. Yeah, and then hold right click, which puts the circle below you, and just keep holding it until the circle disappears. And there it is. We have a zombie horse now from that receptacle. Did you get like a blank receptacle back afterwards, by the way? It's a Pokeball if you want to put it away. Thank you for my onk. I'm guessing you did not receive an empty receptacle afterwards. And the soul was not consumed, so that's nice. I'll show you, I guess, what it looks like when you enchant one of these. You just hold it, you right click on the grave, it enchants the Tablet of Cupidity, and the soul is consumed. And you get a bit of for real experience. As you can see, I have 1 out of 10 stored points, and when this bar fills, I'll get another one. I think these are the most useful, because villages are stupidly easy to find in the Cuboid overworld, and this increases your odds of getting either the Essence of Undeath, which you need to make graves, or just the dust, which you need to craft most things in the current mod. Okay, so Set's finally finished naming all of the animals. Let's see what names he chose. So we have Sheeple, Spider Pig, classic, Coward. Cocoa. Whopper. 2% low-fat milk. Tigger. Milkshake. Pork chop. Steak. Cookie and cream. Lovely name set. And all of the sheep are named Sheeple because wake up sheep. And what about a chicken set? Would you like to name one of these? Oh, you named one of the chickens. McNugget, yes. You attempted to name all the chickens, but that one down there doesn't have a name. But anyways, we're all McNugget. Facet. Alright, so, also, the backpacks. Stop. Okay, so I have the Inception upgrade in my backpack now, which allows me to put other backpacks inside of it, so I moved my food backpack to another backpack that I put within my backpack. This, by the way, is an empty familiar receptacle that allows me to capture the soul of a dead familiar. I'm not exactly sure what a familiar is, but I think it just means, like, pet or animal friend. Oh, by the way, since we got those recall and teleport potions as quest rewards in the pack, I've been waiting to make this wormhole mirror. Because it says you can right-click to teleport to your spawn point and right-click while sneaking to teleport another player, so come here, set. Apparently it is not against their will, and also they are teleported to you. Wait, what? Oh, right-click while sneaking to teleport to another player. So you don't have to right-click on them, and you can... Oh my god, that's actually pretty nice. Unfortunately, they do not work across dimension, which makes them pretty useless. As you can see here, if I try to right-click to teleport to the spawn point, it says you sense that you are too far from home to return, which is lame and dumb, considering how much work I had to go through to... Okay, it actually wasn't that much work. But anyways, yeah, that's the wormhole mirror, which is made from wormhole potions, and the magic mirror, which is made from recall potions, and this resplendent token, which is made from spectral set, which is made from breaking down a block of diamond or most kinds of relics in the Bountiful Baubles mod, using this interrogation tablet, which is crafted like this. I am wearing the highest version of Bountiful Bauble that I could find, which is the Ankh Shield, which is crafted from the Ankh Charm and the Obsidian Shield. The Obsidian Shield is crafted from the Obsidian Skull and the Cobalt Shield, which is crafted just from a shield and a resplendent token. And the Ankh Shield is also made from the Ankh Charm, which is crafted with all of these relics. Most of which are craftable except for Bezoar and the Ring of Overclock. But anyways, that makes me immune to most negative status effects and knockback, and grants partial fire resistance when equipped or held in a curio, or when held or equipped in a curio slot. It also functions as a regular shield, so I could be using it like this, but then it would take damage when I blocked with it, which wouldn't be so bad because it can be repaired with an anvil with an obsidian. Sadly, I can't give it mending like I gave my armor, but that's... These are basically the best relics I could find. Otherwise, the Broken Heart to not die and destroy empty heart containers instead, which regenerate at dawn. The Gauntlets of Dexterity, which allow you to switch between items without resetting attack cooldown. Uh, this is obviously a wasted item because my Monk so does this thing. The Lucky Horseshoe negates fall damage, so I don't have to be wearing those free runners that I put in the enemy system. And I guess I will make one of the pendants from the mod using the same pendant that I got from a dungeon or something. So there are various types. There's the Gluttony pendant to eat faster, which is useless for us. The Pride pendant for step assist, which I do miss not wearing the free runners, or the Wrath pendant, which gives +2 damage. All of them also give you Sinful buff, which is plus damage and plus armor. Oh, but when they give you the buff depends on the necklace. The Gluttony pendant is when you eat. The Pride pendant is when you're at full health, and the Wrath pendant is when you deal a critical hit. I think this one is probably the best choice for me. And there's nothing much to put in the head slot in this pack. I would like to have my engineer's goggles there, but for some reason the integration with curios is not working, and they are not equipable as a curio in this pack. Which is sad. Oh, one more place that I meant to put the creative vending upgrade is in this drawer here. So now we have free creative Tinker's upgrades. So I can make my cleaver unbreakable, and also probably these plate leggings after I repair them with cobalt. And the other place that I meant to put one of these is... Oh, right. Set. Replace that dirt right now. We almost forgot again. I promised to replace the dirt by the end of the series, and I never did. The other place that I meant to put that is here. The book is Infinity, which I used on my bow here to get Power 5 Infinity, which is pretty nice. Set, you're the builder. I don't know what to replace the dirt with. Oh, also, with so many waystones, I found it's easiest to actually just put your home-based ones at the end of the list, because new waypoints get added at the beginning of the list. And although it is kind of annoying having to click through so many pages, having them in a constant location is nice. And I did end up using this water wheel thing, so to get the fishing rod of misadventure in the first place, you craft it using dead bushes and grape dust. Dead bushes are hard to get. You can loot them, which I did eventually, but you can also get it by bulk washing red sand, which there isn't a singularity for, so I made it from granite in a millstone. Right there. It's being auto-supplied by the exporter, and most of the kinetic energy is going to that grindstone via this rotation speed controller, which I made using a precision mechanism, which I made manually by just handing items to that deployer while the gold plate sat on the depot. And I meant to also make that infinite, because I saved that in the drawer as well, which is right here. So now we have an infinite precision mechanisms. Oh, I already did. Cool. we want to move these to actually be on the drawer network. And now if we wanted to, we could make any of the creative items. One last thing, I should have unlocked this before the main series ended, but you can make the dimension cards with RS Infinity Booster, which is made from Nether Stars, and Infinity Range Boosters, which are made from energizing rods and range upgrades. This allows your connected wireless grids to work from any dimension. The Infinity Range Booster only allows them to work from any distance away within the same dimension. Both of them require a lot more power, which is why I've moved the controller to feed off our Uraninite reactor here. I suspect your wireless thingamajig probably isn't working. You just need to shift right click it on the wireless transmitter here to make it work again. I don't know that this needed to be inside, but that works, I guess. So anyways, the granite gets pulled out using this item pipe to this drawer here, which then gets, when I have it enabled by extracting here, pulled onto one of these depots that gets washed with water, air, into gold and dead bushes, which I use to get enough to make the fishing rod of this adventure, which I then enchanted, as I said before, with graves. Using your knowledge of death, you could also go for other benefits. This jailer bonus, which I used before, basically just when it says a chance to receive an enchanted key, it means you receive a key for your grave whenever you die. This increases your chance to get an enchanted key, which can either teleport you directly to your grave if you're really lucky, or like point you to it, I think, like a compass. This ghostly shape gives you various like effects on death. This increases the number of enchantments extracted by the Corel enchantment book, the Book of Disenchantment, which obviously isn't necessary in a pack with industrial foregoing, but you can craft it. The Book of Recycling, which allows you to uncraft whatever's in your offhand, but it only works with vanilla recipes. And the Book of Magic Impregnation, which allows you to, for example, enchant a diamond to make the receptacle. A lot of this mod isn't very well translated or documented. This compendium is semi-useful, but it still leaves a lot of questions. But anyways, yeah, this is a tablet use. Whenever you use a tablet, you have a chance to not consume that. That's what I'll be putting my points into next. This gives you extra scroll duration. This gives you discretion, which means it decreases the range from which mobs will notice you, as long as you're in darkness. And this increases your voodoo poppet trigger effects. Voodoo poppets are things that can prevent certain types of death. So, for example, we got one from the quest book that, like, prevented half the types, I think. The Infinity Wand, which is made from Nether Star, is a better builder's wand that's unbreakable, so that's nice. I think that's that's about it. Um, as you may know, the AE2 equivalent of this Earth Infinity booster is the Infinity card, which, unlike this card, is placed like basically in the A2 equivalent of this slot. Or no, sorry, it's actually placed here. The Infinity booster card, which you can also use with a magnet card. So, and the pack does a good job of making the creative items craftable, except for this Infinity Pipe upgrade, which sadly doesn't have a recipe. It's not a big deal because, you know, these already extract faster than I could ever need. Anyways, I think we should probably finish this off with a good old-fashioned duel. So Set come at me. I didn't expect you to last that long. What health were you at? Really, you'd rather die to creepers than me? Oh. Okay, you just want to make a mess of things? Anyways, I'm kind of curious about the max number of hearts you can get from food in this pack. But I don't really care to get hurt that many times. Oh, no, better than TNT is that we have bombs. Let me slap this in one of the creative drawers. Because these blue bombs, unlike the other ones, are not craftable. Things will begin exploding once this backup is done. Obviously, the world size was increased quite a bit by my explorations in the overworld. Alright, it's done. Huh. So... I think explosion block damage is just disabled in this pack, but obviously these bombs are quite powerful. Did I not put a vending upgrade in that last drawer? No. What? Okay, I don't know why that's not accessible to the system, but anyways. Okay, so no, TNT damage still works. Sorry, I was indeed on mute because Dad came into the room. I was curious about what mod that achievement you got was from. Uh, Anyways, let us know in the comments if you have a mod pack you would like us to see us play next. I'm thinking, in the absence of feedback, either something underwater, an FTB challenge pack that Seth's been wanting to play, like a complete the monument pack, real quick, or like something with airships maybe. I'm trying to find a good mod pack, but CurseForge is so bad with like trying to. Oh, you want to see the house go boom? Okay. Fill the house with TNT. Oh, we backed it up before him, so I'm fine with this. Now that that's done, I will set it off with some of these boots. Apparently the metal can withstand TNT. Oh! Okay, I killed my cat, that's fine. Oh, right. Sorry. Put all the TNT back. I need to disable, FTB. Claim chunks and just remove these. There we go. Now we should be able to blow things up. Oh, as you can see, I replaced the heat sources for the lava crucibles with blocks of nitro crystals before the end. Yeah, sadly these bombs don't do damage on their own. But they can activate TNT. Things are looking a proper mess now. Oh, I never actually showed you guys the AFK fisher I made to try to AFK fish with the fishing rod of misfortune. I got it from a YouTube video, it's not anything big. Apparently the network's died. That's fair. I would have liked to get some TNT from it. Oh well. Kind of bad at aiming. How'd you get so many creepers here? Is that... Oh, did you spawn some creeper eggs? That's fair. That's probably a faster way to blow shit up. Anyways, now that I'm stuck down here, I think that's about all the time we have for this pack. As I said, leave your next pack suggestions in the comments. And we'll see you guys later. Also, I have a Sims by the end of it. Anyways, this has been Minecraft Jr. and SortedSet signing off. See you next time.